Today's project is going to be really fun for all the people out there who really like J.K. Rowling's books about Harry Potter, because today we are going to make our very own Harry Potter's wand, and it actually lights up because we're using paper circuits to put it together. So let me quit talking about it because I want you to see how to make it. And let's get going, full steam ahead. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I had very special guests here today to help me with this great project. It's my daughter Jill and her daughter Raylyn. They're reading the Harry Potter books at their house right now, so they really had fun. Start by wrapping a strip of copper tape around the craft stick approximately an inch from the end. This is where the on-off switch will be. Be sure to make a ring all the way around the craft stick. Yeah, right about an inch from the end, and wrap it all the way around. Okay, so then you're going to leave about a finger's width of space and wrap another strip of copper tape all the way around the craft stick. So you're going to have two rings around the craft stick. There you go. Good job. I see the two rings. Now on one side, run a strip of copper tape from the bottom ring clear to the end of the stick. Sometimes when you're working with copper tape, you'll find that it likes to roll up and stick back on itself. So you could work with long pieces by leaving the paper on part of the tape and slowly unroll it as you stick it on. So now you also need to run a piece of copper tape from the top ring to the other end of the stick. Make sure you leave the finger width space between the rings with no copper tape. That is your circuit break. Then Raylyn, you can show us when you get that piece on there what that stick looks like. And there's a break in between. That looks perfect. Yep. All right, so now you're ready. On the other craft stick that is the same color, you're going to run a strip of copper tape the entire length of the stick. Now this is where it's important to remember, if you just peel a little bit of the paper off at a time, it works better. So stick the copper tape down and then peel the paper off. All the way down the whole length. See how that worked really nice. Then the tape didn't stick to itself. Now, before you place your LED light, which is the next thing we're going to do, before you place that, be sure and test it with your battery. You put both legs on either side, and does it light up? It sure does. Okay, so the battery and the LED are correct and are good. Using the copper tape, you're going to attach the LED light to the end of the outer craft stick with tape running the entire length. You want to be sure to tape the LED leg to the copper tape. So it tapes right. The tapes have to be together because that's what keeps the circuit live. Repeat on the other craft stick, making sure to tape the other LED leg to the copper tape on the craft stick. Secure those legs well with copper tape to ensure your circuits will work. We found it works well to bend the second leg at a 90-degree angle and then stick the tape to it. This project does require some adult assistance.
Hold it right there, sweetie. Perfect.
Yeah, that looks just right. Now, it's using scissors, you cut about 1 inch off the end of the middle craft stick, because we have 3 craft sticks we're using, and you cut about 1 inch off the middle one.
This one.
You have to make sure that your battery will fit.
Okay. This way.
The long part of the middle stick will slide between the 2 outer legs. And now we need to make the switch, which is going to complete the circuit and make our wand light up. Okay, so now add a piece of copper tape to one side of the small piece of the craft stick you just cut off the middle piece.
Put this on there.
That has to go on the...
No, right here.
It has to go on the small piece of the craft stick that got cut off. Okay, good job.
Okay, and that's going to sit right here. See?
Using your tape, create a hinge and attach the piece so that covers the gap between the rings on the outside of your craft stick.
Right here you go.
So there's 2 rings on the outside, because remember we went all the way around the craft stick. So now we have to tape your switch over top of it so you can turn your wand on and off. Okay, and then we have to make sure that the battery's in correctly the way you tested it. Slide it in and tape it together.
Okay, I'll get you a tape that goes right around the edge. Yep. There you go.
You go all the way around at the end
All the way around
to
the
hold
end.
that battery in.
Yep, just a second. There we go.
It'll be nice and snug.
Here we go. We gotta make it nice and tight, sweetie.
There you go. Now wrap that other piece back again. It needs to really hold the battery in so it's got good connection with your copper tape.
Good job.
So now we're ready to add a piece of tape to near the light. It could even be a decorative piece if you wanted it to be up there. Do you have any do you have any here? Oh, here's some. You can wrap it around very close to the light.
Yep, up here.
And you can use washi tape or colored electrical tape, whatever you have to decorate it. You just have to make sure and get the battery fastened in tight and the light too.
Perfect.
All right. I think it's time to see if your wand works, Raylin. Let's get that piece cut off of there so you can wrap it around and see if it's going to work. It does. So once you're done decorating, they're really fun to play with. To turn on your wand, simply close the flap securely with your thumb. Lumos! All done playing? Simply take your thumb off the switch and your circuit breaks and the light turns off. Knock.